We have tricked you into community chatter. Ha ha ha.
If you would have watched Seinfeld, George Costanza has this line where he says, I've never been to a meeting or there's never been a phone call or something that I've ever been a part of where I wanted the other person to show up. And yes, that's it right there.
What is happening, everybody?
It's late.
It's
not
the
late
sad
now.
cowboy song is our song.
It's going to be late later.
Me too. You know what? It's moseying music.
It's got that Quentin Tarantino Kill Bill Volume 2 feel to it, you know? The Michael Madsen
Western style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But part 2 is a Western. So yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah. He shoots her full of rock salt.
Fwoosh o'clock. Right on time. Oh, wait. I'm West Coast. It's only 7 p.m. for Bean.
That's nice. I'm still in the thick of it at 7 p.m. this time.
We were just talking about last night never having fried turkey for any of the family functions, so that may be a burn down the hot house situation.
When I lived in San Antonio, I didn't have any family around, and we usually didn't travel for Thanksgiving simply because we traveled for Christmas a month later to visit. Mm-hmm. So I had some close friends and their family would always invite us over. And it was great because they would always do like Latin American Tex-Mex fare for Thanksgiving, but then they would also fry turkey. And I'd never had it until then. And it's good.
It's good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just in time for supper.
But, you know, we were talking about Thanksgiving this year, and I had mentioned I just wasn't feeling the food this year. But I don't want to jump into the food takes right off the bat, but Thanksgiving always backs me into a controversial food take because I like to eat turkey on Thanksgiving. I despise leftover turkey.
After it's cold, even if you heat it up? Even if you bring it back to life? No?
It has a weird taste to it.
You know what? We went, like I said, we went to my parents' house and not a lick of turkey anywhere. I think we're all just kind of sick of turkey, even with it being three times a year, maybe. Mm-hmm. It was just like, no, let's not do turkey. Let's do roast beef and some steak and some other top things.
See, I don't know how old I was before I ever had Thanksgiving food on Thanksgiving because my grandmother on my mom's side was 100% Italian. We always ate Italian food, and she also made fried chicken because she loved fried chicken so much. We never had turkey or anything like that. Ever. I
did have turkey last night, though, at the wife's function. And it was, you know what? It's okay when it's mixed in with other things because we also had other types of meats. But if it's just the traditional turkey and dressing and potatoes and some hominy and green beans and such, okay, I'll still eat. I'm not going to complain about it, but I'd much rather have other things.
Like I said, I like having it for dinner, especially since my wife, when she does Thanksgiving, she smokes the turkey, which is that's the best. But there is something about the taste of it when it's left over that I don't like. And I know that's controversial because I know some people, the thing that they look forward to the most about Thanksgiving is actually the leftovers. And I'm cool with the sides and stuff, but the turkey itself, it gets this weird taste to me and I don't like it. So
it absorbs some refrigerator,
something, or I don't know. And it's like, you can't mask it. I don't know.
I'm going to go with Eggo for some reason. I don't know why. Because I guess I don't know why I picked that. Is there a cranberry Pop-Tart?
Well, I was going to say, I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if there isn't. or they didn't try it at least, right? You know.
I guess strawberry would be the closest to cranberry, huh? Cherry?
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like you get into like the Thanksgiving pie type of thing, and I know that like pumpkin and pecan and even apple are more traditionally Thanksgiving, but I like cherry pie and blueberry pie, so I'd like maybe default to those flavors.
Damn it, Warrant has ruined that for me forever. Okay, let's see. Oh no, there's a banana bread Pop-Tart.
I'm surprised there's not a pumpkin spice Pop-Tart.
Hold on a second.
But here's another one. I don't care
for
pumpkin pie, so
we gotta do some screen sharing for this. And yes, before anybody mentions that my laptop needs updating yet again, I can't. Oh, entire screen, screen one, share. Look at this monstrosity.
See, I like banana bread as long as there's not walnuts or any type of nuts in it, but I don't know if I'd go for that.
I don't care for banana bread. I don't care for banana. Look how smooth the top is. It's unnaturally smooth. It's like a banana spread. Pecan.
Yeah, there we go again. There we go.
Pecans. Fried egg and bacon for Thanksgiving would be amazing. Cinnamon on cinnamon Pop-Tarts are the best. Cinnamon Pop-Tarts are the best anyway, so anything you add to it is just more goodness. Okay, what is going on here?
I love cranberries, and I'll eat the canned stuff, but I like the when you make them with the fresh ones. But those have to go on a separate plate or dish for me. They cannot touch anything else because it's putting sweet with the other stuff, and I can't do that. I know it's popular to put like on like leftover turkey sandwiches, putting like the cranberry sauce right on there, but ooh, I can't do that. I wouldn't be able to do that either.
I haven't done much cranberry sauce, but I was going to mention a minute ago, I've seen a reel or a TikTok or something somewhere, some kind of short video where they took the dressing and pressed it in a waffle maker to make it crispy.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah. And then the turkey, the gravy, the cranberry.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want to try that just for the sheer insanity of it.
Yeah. Now, like I get the can thing is like a thing, but man, my wife found a recipe where it's like made with orange juice, and you put orange juice in it and some cinnamon and some Grand Marnier, which is orange flavored liqueur, and you cook it. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good.
You knew what I was gonna. You knew I was gonna ask what what that was. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, Vives is like my mom. End of sentence. No, Vives is like my mom. Can't mix sweets and salt flavors.
You know, that's funny because like I don't share a lot of personality traits or leanings or anything like that with my dad at all. But my dad, me, my brother, my half brother, we're all the same way. We're exactly like that. We cannot do that.
I'm on. Too fast, guy. I'm on Fwoosh while listening to Fwoosh. Try putting cinnamon rolls in a waffle maker.
There's a restaurant in my wife's hometown, and there's a breakfast place there that we go there occasionally, but they make French toast with cinnamon rolls.
Really?
It's really good.
Oh.
And I don't usually eat sweets for breakfast, so that's goddamn
like
right.
My grandma getting drunk for breakfast.
That's right. That's goddamn right.
I tried a turkey and stuffing panini once, and that was an experience I still enjoyed, but also regret to this day. Hey, Mr. Package, is the trash around my figure with your chop saw after Skeleman update of package delays?
I don't know.
Wait. I went into the sentence and then I came out the other end somewhere else. I tried to make sense. I chopped up some packages. Is Twinkies taste good? You know what I saw yesterday though?
No. What?
Ding dong Twinkie hybrids. It's a Twinkie with ding dong chocolate around it. Or no, it's a ding dong with Twinkie innards. How's that?
Okay. No, that's not the joke. It was the ho-hos and ding dongs, not Twinkies.
Yeah. No. That would have been. I think they probably went through marketing and was like, no, you can use Twinkie. No, you can't go that way with it.
That could be. Never mind. This is good.
Because let's see.
Well, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, now you got me typing ho-ho.
Hostess cakes and things like that. Those were a rare treat when I was a kid, but I can tell you distinctly that Hostess stuff like that absolutely sucks compared to what it used to be. It's like, I'm sure there's a lot, they had to take out chemicals and things like that from them, but they're not nearly as good as they were. Whoa, that's weird.
It's delicious Twinkies cake covered in ding dongs fudge.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's a twing dong.
That's a good thing this is the after hours.
That's a chocodile. I don't know what a chocodile. You're all bringing up chocodile. Wow, that's really cream filled.
That's what.
I just had the ding dong Twinkies. The chocolate is waxy and hides the Twinkie flavor. Well, that's not good. Then what's the?
I think that's par for the course for all Hostess stuff these days. The chocolate's waxy and the cake is dry compared to, the good old days of trans fats and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. But
are other.
What?
Wait a second. Bringing it back. Pow. How about some Wildlicious Wildberry?
I'm one to not generally trust Wildberry. Because to me, Wildberry is just code for it tasting like blue raspberry crap, and I do not like blue raspberry.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, huh?
Yeah.
The chocolate chips unfrosted, too. Oh, well, it's got this swirly... Oh, it says frosted, but I don't call that frosted. That's bullshit. You got your Twinkie in my ding dong.
Ouch.
No, sir, you've got your ding dong around my Twinkie. Chad, have we gone over Cyber Monday, Black Friday deals? What did we get? Did we get something?
We did. We did get something.
We did.
I got a few things, not many things, but a few things, because it was finally an excellent buy at the Black Friday price, because I certainly was not going to pay full price for it, no matter how good it is.
Oh, you waiting for me to pull it? I was pulling up the let's see. Oh, no.
This and this and adorable little lightsaber for, De Grogu. It's the little lightsaber for the Grogu. Even though
I
I don't
just
think
got
it,
mine today,
I got
and
mine.
$17 was finally the right price for this 2-pack.
Yes, exactly. It was not any $45 2-pack, but damn if I don't like the Luke and the Grogu and the little Grogu lightsaber and all the fun little things that it comes with. This to me is a solid $29.99, $27.99 figure, I think, because the fact that they try to pass this off of some type of 2-pack with deluxe accessories makes me want to puke. But for $17, I'll take it. And I have to say, I really like this version of Luke's Jedi throwback to the nod to the farm boy thing, but at the same time, still got a little bit more of a classic Jedi robe to it in black, which is the best color for them to. Yeah.
What did it say? Robo looking at that Mando Luke and picking apart the inaccuracies while dreaming of Mafex Luke, who still has some tweaks to do. Those robes on bottom have to be longer. A little bit. Not much. Veebs, it came with a rock.
Yes, it did. A moss-covered rock. Space moss that things can plug into, granted, but $17 is the right price.
Trevor picked up that Wang on Amazon for $50. I was looking at that, and I couldn't do it. I bought this, and then I also finished out my my Hasbro Dungeons and Dragons group for $8.70. Well, Sheila's $12.49 on Target, but Reggie and Presto are $8.74. So that finishes those guys out. I have a display now.
Not too shabby.
Until we get a Tiamat.
Yes. Or, maybe some other characters from the cartoon.
That's Yoda's lightsaber, not Grogu's.
Well, okay, whatever.
Din Grogu is cute, and I hate that they keep changing his names. What he is called, Din Grogu? Is that what's? Did I miss something? I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't had a Pop-Tart in 5, 6, 7, 8 years, I think.
So
even at $15, you take that back. That owlbear is awesome. Rotate the head around.
I also picked up a couple of things on the NECA site, but those certainly were not discounted. One was the Professor set, the 2-pack of Professor Perry in his 2 looks, because I have to have that. And then I'm not proud of myself for doing this, but I picked up another one of the new Mirage Turtle 4-packs.
Veebs.
I'm going to end up repainting 3 of them into their stupid cartoon colors and put the hood and stuff on Raph. And the only reason why I did that is because I've got the bootleg NECA original Mirage Turtles in their cartoon colors. So I was like, oh, that looks cool. And so I bought another one. Man, why did I do that? But I did it. So it'll be here in the collection at some point. I did it because I don't have enough turtles, I think.
That's right. That's right. And I will come up and admire the extra turtles.
Yeah, it's but that's cool. I was hoping there were going to be a few other things on there, but I guess there's next year's. They're probably doing what they did last year and holding back some stuff for the Target thing that's going to be in like February or something, where they like drop the entire world's worth of figures on us.
I don't think I got much. What else did I get? Oh, I'd order stuff from Amazon, but apparently we just got Amazon delivery service locally. They just drive in their cars, or I don't know how it works. It's delivered by Amazon, and I've had a package out for delivery since Friday morning.
Oh.
And you can watch on the map where the car is, and it'll get close to my my area, and then go to somewhere across the bridge in the bigger city and park for the rest of the day. I can see it. I can see them just sitting there. Like, is this a house? Did they go home? What happened? And yesterday and today, exact same thing. About 4 p.m., home. And Amazon's still like, delivery by 10 p.m. Nuh-uh.
Oh.
So we'll see if I get it tomorrow. But maybe the weekday driver will come by and pick it up. Wait, is today Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, Friday morning. It's been since Friday.
That's what you said. You said Friday.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah.
I've been mixing up days since Thursday was a off day for everybody, you know? It's like, You know what? I've never thought of it as Mo Turtles.
Yeah.
I don't know why that hadn't popped in my head yet.
Well,
I know why. I'm an uncreative bastard, but
Ripper or Ripper. He showed up. He showed up in the flurry of Black Friday stuff, but he was just a pre-order.
It sounds like watching a defective game of Pac-Man. It is. It's just like wonka 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 wonka, and then it sits in the corner for the rest of the day. Drive to where it's parked. You can see the houses on the map even. So yeah.
I got Vipra on the way to Thanksgiving too, because I was going to skip her because she's Python Patrol, but she was on sale for like $13. So I was like,
yeah. So, that's not a bad. I mean, you see a deal like that, and they know it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's the retail model really now. So sell as many as they can at full price, but then those discounted prices are the right prices.
Someone's already got a hold of Donnie and Man at Arms and reviewed them. Mo Turtles, Mo Problems. Sergeant Slaughter's glasses are on buzzer. Oh, on buzzer are.
Yeah,
I beat you to it.
You know, speaking of turtles,
why do people?
Motu. Sorry. Anyway,
why do people hate Mo Turtles and Batman Turtles? Or why do people like Mo Turtles and Batman Turtles but hate the Power Rangers Turtles? I don't hate the Power Rangers Turtles. I have no connection to Power Rangers, but I do have connections to Masters of the Universe and Batman. So that's my only.
Yeah, I
reason.
I got the Turtles just because it's a weird representation of them via Power Rangers, but I'm with you. I don't have anything against Power Rangers. I just got nothing for Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Not my jam. But speaking of Motu, okay, because we're going to get into something here because we're going to talk about figures that we're thankful for, right? Because it's like,
get into the subject. We're not going to wait until.
Well, no, I told you I was going to pull a little like pre-list type of thing because it's, you know, the weekend of the Thanksgiving holiday, and I am thankful for Masters of the Universe in general, but I'm more thankful for Merman in Masters of the Universe. And anytime I can add a Merman to my collection, I'm a happy guy. And seeing how there's been no merman reveal for the Motu yet, I was like feeling, man, I need some new merman on my shelf. And there's not a lot of mermans out there that aren't already on my shelf. But I was pointed in the direction of something a few weeks ago, and it finally came in the mail. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it?
I want to see it. Show me.
It's
Show me.
Universe. So, okay. Well, first, this is, as I'm
Show
sure
me the merman.
you recognize, the standard Masters of the Universe Origins merman.
That's the Origins version.
Yes. But I was alerted to the existence of a currently line of 4 figures that seem to be exclusive to South America.
Froze.
Oh. Am I back?
No, you got it. You're good. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That they seem to be exclusive to South America and Mexico. Are these 8 or 9 inch kind of Titan Heroes-esque Masters of the Universe figures, of which there are currently 4. And Merman is one of them, or Aquatico, if we're talking about his exclusivity. And I just had to have this guy, and I was like, he finally came in while I was gone for the holiday, and I was like, I'm going to wait to open him until we're doing this. And it's weird. It's limited articulation. It's tall. It's not in scale with any other Masters of the Universe stuff, but it's just kind of neat. And it makes me wish that they did stuff like this here to like maybe get kids even more so, because kids like this format. I don't care what anybody says. Kids like these big figures. And so now I've got this new merman. That's pretty cool.
So are you cracking that open?
I'm going to crack it open. What do you think?
Crack it open.
Because
it's raining mermen.
that's darn right. I've got some news for you.
Yeah.
And the packaging is very very thin cardboard, you know.
Well, when you were holding it at the bottom and going side to side, you could see it wobbling with the figure.
It's like it was packaged very well on its journey from Mexico to me. So it wasn't in the mail when it got kind of, I think this was just like shelfware because it's pretty flimsy. But, you know.
Toy du jour says Motu was surprisingly more successful in Latin America than here.
It's very successful in Latin America and in Germany for sure. But yeah. Got to open the back of it too to cut that plastic piece loose.
Oh yes, it's Merman's night and the feeling's right. Oh, what a night.
Because he is the best Motu character. So we're going to celebrate him with this new weird figure. That's kind of cool. And
does he have a corn cob sword?
You know what? He does not have any accessories at all, I'm sorry to say. The back of the packaging shows He-Man and Skeletor with their swords, but for some reason, the amazing corncob sword or Man-at-Arms mace did not look to make it into the packaging for the other two.
No Duncan baby run.
That's right.
I've literally seen a YouTube collector complain that those Titan Heroes figures didn't have bubbles. Oh, jeez.
Well, of course you did.
When you're a kid, the size of the toy is everything. Kids are going to grab those and not the 6-inch lines.
Maybe.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I had to watch a Chipotle ad before entering the stream. Carne asada is back, FYI.
So,
Mermandalorian.
So here he is. And I got to tell you, what he does have, his head moves pretty well up and down.
Wait a second. There's actually a ball joint up on top?
There is. There's some partial ball shoulders going on. There are wrist cuts, even though he doesn't have a weapon to wield. He's got the old DC Classics style kind of hips going on, the hippie hinge. And he's got
swivel in a hinge, huh?
Yeah, and he's got boot twists too. So, I mean, that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. His waist moves 8, 9, 10 points. I mean, that's not great, but he could have had a lot fewer.
Is the armor like old school vintage Masters?
Yeah, it is.
Look, it's got the clasp and the.
Got that tabby back there. Yeah. So
How easy is the head to pull off? Is it ball jointy pull offy? I was about to say if that was on the aisles at Walmart.
Oh yeah.
Not easy.
Yeah, not easy. It's not like what was it, the LeBron James heads that went missing?
Yeah, dickheads.
Yeah. So
no corn cob sword. Shucks.
Oh man. Merman just died. Merman.
That's the caliber of comments. That's right. That's what I expect from a Fwoosh chat.
But, I'm thankful for Merman, and I'm glad that I added this silly figure.
Because man, I don't know. That does look pretty. It almost has human type proportions compared to most of the Master. Well, I guess Masterverse kind of brings it closer to that.
He doesn't. I mean, he's got some pretty big arms, but past that, he doesn't have that. To your point, he doesn't have that bubbly musculature proportions to him. Yeah.
Burbly.
Yeah.
Burbly.
Skeletor. Yeah.
I'm way behind. Oh, Mermanikin.
Yeah, kind of, but he's better than I thought he would be. Like, I certainly wasn't expecting wrist swivels or the boot swivels or the hingy part.
Yeah.
So
you expect just a swing forward and back on those kind of figures.
Yeah. And I mean, he's going to stand perfectly. So this is kind of neat. I don't think I would buy the other ones because Merman's my guy.
But if you found a deal or something like you get the other three, right? Yeah.
Like, I bet Skeletor's really nice. And if Skeletor's your guy and you find him, I'd recommend it. I think
because that's not pictured on the back like that, right? It's the old artworks, or is that actually shown on the back? Like,
no, it's like artworky.
So we don't know. Well, I guess I could search it to see what they actually look like, because now I'm interested in seeing what He-Man, and I'm sure it's that same exact shape and size body, right?
Yeah, and I would say that Skeletor probably, I'm going to bet that the bad guys benefit from this format more than the good guys. But I am kind of bad guy bias in Motu, so maybe that's just that coming out.
I don't know what to search. Is there a brand or anything?
Oh, it's Mattel. Hold on.
Oh,
let me go back into my hold, por favor.
That brings up nothing. This tells me nothing. Oh, what a nut. Oh, y'all already flipped by to the...
Hold on, let me find him and see what I used to...
Oh, actually, Ben from the bunker. Veebs, how did Merman become your guy? Is there a story behind it?
I don't he's always been my guy. I think when I was a kid, because I was very, very little for the start of for me starting in Masters of the Universe. Like 1982 start of Motu, I was way too young for that. I was like, one, maybe two. So I really got into Masters when I was little, probably like 3 or 4 years old. And I'm gonna bet it was the colors that did it for me first. I think. I don't know. It's too far back for me to remember exactly what it was, but I do know that he's always been my guy. It's like I was definitely I remember specific things about getting figures and stuff like that by the time the Horde came out. But for the initial guys, I think it was like color.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
green. That definitely checks out, huh?
Yeah.
I found Man at Arms.
Did you? Yeah, if you like search like Masters of the Universe 8-inch 2023 or something like that, I think you can find them. Yeah, there's Man at Arms.
Okay, here we go. I found
With
He-Man too.
With the all yellow arm on Man at Arms. It's cast in yellow.
Oh, it is, but it has some.
But since there's
It
a
has
wrist,
armor on it.
yeah. But the arm, since it has a wrist hinge or a wrist twist, they can make the hand a different color.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It doesn't show Man at Arms out of the package though, just He-Man. Oh, there's a down shot. Okay. Now Skeletor's got I don't like that head.
Okay.
But I really like the He-Man head.
Yeah, there you go.
That's weird. Merman, you are my number one.
He always has been, and he always will be. Yes.
Nothing you can say can take me away from Murga.
That's right.
Murga.
That is right. That's right.
Looks like they all have the same body, which is very Motu-esque. It's very on par with. I went to go find, somebody mentioned Flocky Uncle Mossy, and my brother, I finally saw my brother after all this time, and he had your so I have it.
For the side eye? For the side eye?
Yeah. I'll have to figure something out. It also worked out too, because I found him a minty fresh unpunched because he wanted to keep one carded. Oh, Esqueleto.
Mentor. Mentor. That's a great name for Man at Arms.
See, yeah, Mentor and He-Man doesn't need any translation. He's just He-Man. Yeah. The Skeletor looks better than the Origins one. I don't know about that. He's got a very happy. He's got a very.
It looks like he's got a big overbite there. It might just be the, but.
Well, actually, the lines kind of miss the teeth a little bit, I think. But the cheekbones coming up into the eyes to give him kind of that very happy look, that's not my thing. I like to have him a little sinister, a little bit of and some anger going on.
Yeah. Yeah. But, this is kind of cool. You're obviously going to overpay for them because you have to import them. And then there's additional shipping costs on top of it. But, I'm a guy that's got to have all the mermans. And so I'm glad to add this one to the merman shelf. And I like the size because I don't have any Masters of the Universe figures that are obviously this size, right? Or this scale, I guess I should say this scale. But this isn't like a 12-inch figure where it's like, you can't like take a good picture with it in there with all the rest of the stuff because he's like way too tall.
Yeah.
He's just good like standing behind everybody else, but he's still within that margin of he makes like a good pyramid shot, you know. So yeah.
There you go. Skeletor is very Jack Skellington-ish.
Yeah, it's like robot chicken or you know,
Wholesome.
modern
Too
takes on.
wholesome.
Yeah.
Looks like he had cheek implants.
In the bones. But from what I can tell looking at this, which is weird because He-Man and Skeletor, I don't know, they certainly don't look to be that way, but Merman absolutely looks like it's the Origins head brought up. It's like there are lines on the back of the head that does this weird, you know, it kind of looks like hair
Yeah.
that are like line for line the same. So it's almost like they sized it up, but I don't think they did that for the other ones. Man at Arms, maybe.
Well, this He-Man's very
That's very classic.
vintage-ish.
Yeah.
And then Man at Arms this is about the closest shot right here.
That looks pretty vintage-ish too.
Yeah. The thing about it, that face doesn't match this face. This one has more of a.
But see how well he
like there's two different ones.
See how far he can look up though with that ball joint?
Yeah.
See,
That's what surprised me when you were cranking on it.
Merman can't look up as well because of the shape of his head in the back.
With his mullet?
Yeah, with his mullet. But Man at Arms has got that high, you know, line for his helmet. But yeah.
But Man at Arms' arm is a unique sculpt.
Yeah.
It's
crazy. It's crazy that they did the piece instead of a snap-on.
Yeah. Huh, those are interesting.
Yeah. Aquatico.
The biceps turn in, I guess, is what kind of thins it down a little bit.
Yeah. Definitely. But this is like
powers.
This is proportionally speaking. This is like a good compromise between the squat and bubbly original proportions and the stupid like long lined 2000X proportions that I hate. This is like a nice compromise between the two of them.
What sword is this with this Origins He-Man? Is this? Oh wait,
that looks like the Origins sword.
Does it?
Yeah.
Mermullet, business in the front, seaweed in the back.
Yeah. Flying merman with the wings on his head. Oh, look, I can fly. Weird kids. So
too close.
I'm thankful for a new merman to add to the collection. Because, like I said,
it does look.
He hasn't been shown. Hopefully, he will be for the turtle crossover line. And there hasn't been a new. I just got the new Eternia Trapjaw and Man at Arms too, and it's like, man, there's not a new Eternia Merman yet, and I would like to see one, please. So,
what is? Oh my! This is going to be. I can't picture. Oh, new Eternia. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
There's been 2 Revelation versions of him, flashback and current. Yeah. So, yeah, this is cool though. I like it. It's not going to make like one of my best figures of the year lists, but I'm glad to have it. It's something that I don't have.
Do they work for the underwater FBI?
He's out of a Quantico.
Now just imagine a 7-inch gloriously flocked moss man.
That would be pretty killer. That would be another one that I would go for.
This is true. Oh no, this is true. Ray Fillet times merman. Oh man,
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Was Stinkor supposed to come out before merman? Why does he have hair?
He wasn't supposed to come out before merman. I think it's just merman aesthetically, especially his head, obviously changed a lot between like those original prototypes that those Lords of Power figures commemorate in Origins. And I don't know why it went that way, but merman is a part. He is a rock solid part of the Holy of Holies as in terms of Masters of the Universe with the original 8-back. So
he was solid Holy of Holies. That's not something I thought I'd hear tonight.
That's the thing. It's like if I don't jump into a full Masters of the Universe line, I'll do the 8-back because those are the guys. They were the first ones. So yeah, like Origins, that's what I was originally going to do. It was just the 8-back, and that didn't work out.
Vives is mermaniac, and what you gonna do when he gets corn sword on? I know, like corn sword on you sounds weird. Rock solid Holy of Holies. That's what we're gonna name live streams from now on.
Damn right. The rock solid Holy of Holies.
Well, I'm gonna open because one of the figures I'm thankful of this year, because it finally came out, and I haven't opened it yet because, man, and I almost don't want to pull it out. So I don't have to open it because I'm not a packaging person. I'm not a packaging guy.
Okay.
But this is so brilliant. Where his cape opens.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if you should open that because do you have another Danhausen figure?
Yeah, see, there's a series 13 of Unmatched or Unrivaled, one of their series, whichever one it is, that should be hitting pegs right now. So
I would give yourself a few weeks to sleep on it and see if you find that in the interim so you can leave that one carded. Because I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm not generally a carded guy, but that's too good. It's too good. It's too good.
I'd have
a rough time opening that.
Well, another thing, I got this because it was going to be the first one out. Mm-hmm. And I was on ringside. I saw it. I thought, I love the packaging. I'm going to grab it. But the one in Series 13 that's supposed to be regular release is more in his gear that I'm used to.
So
this is his gray.
It sounds like that's the perfect solution.
Yeah. Well, and if I could ever catch the Amazon 2-pack hook, that it's a recognizable gear too. But I had to have a Danhausen because how often do you get action figures of toy collectors? You know, on top of it being Danhausen.
Well, I never take this role, but I'm going to play the role of the guy telling you to wait. Don't open it yet. Don't.
Yeah.
If you want to open it later, I would seriously give yourself a reasonable amount of time to procure the other one so that you can open that first and get that tactile, I've got a Danhausen figure and I'm going to pose him and I'm going to put him on the shelf and leave that. It's too good. It's too good.
It is. And it looks, I think another thing is, I can't remember what the head situation is in the other packs, but this is one of the ones that has all three different ones.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all displayed right there. So, and actually Danhausen himself said he doesn't even remember wearing those gray pants. if it helps you decide to display it. So, what version of Danhausen is that? This is the Ringside Collectibles exclusive. Is it Jazzwares? Yeah, Jazzwares AEW.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Danhausen is a popular guy amongst the toy collector sect. And I'm going to bet that translates into them making lots of figures of him, regardless of his wrestling presence. So I would keep that one started.
He's been on the injured list for a little bit, and he just came back this week. So on top of all that, it seemed like a good time to at least pull it down and look at it some more, because I've had it up on top with Evil Uno and The Fiend. So that's the only wrestlers I have on display. Yeah, he was top merch seller. Plus, I mean, look at this. You won't find a more toyetic wrestler, at least in AEW.
Yeah.
You could crank these out. The tattoos, the gear, the red under the eyes.
And
just a little red under the eyes.
I'll be honest with you, Alpha Magnus is saying it too. You're gonna cross paths with him again, and that would be the one to get signed.
Yeah, that is true. Oh,
yeah.
So, but it's not like I was going to skip on 13 anyway. But
right. But I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm telling you, don't open it yet. That's too. Because look.
Yeah.
Him signing on the cape of the inner flap like that. It's perfect. It's perfect. I mean, that's perfect.
You're not going to carry this around. Take it to shows.
Yeah.
Notice the black pants on the box cover. Yeah, he's even got his regular gear on the picture on the thing.
Yeah. Wait on that.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, because it's a really cool figure and really cool packaging, and I appreciate seeing it, but don't open it.
Danhausen, that's right. Danhausen is the only important wrestler that came back this week.
Okay, I had to like figure it out when people were being very vague with their social media postings of like, oh shit and damn and this and that, and I was like, this has got to be wrestling related, and it took me 3 seconds to look and see what it was.
Yep. And I wasn't even going to watch Survivor Series last night because we were doing a family thing, and we got home and I thought, I'll flip it over, and I saw a women's title, and then men's war game started, and I thought, okay, I'll at least watch this. And yeah, that's right. Okay, R-Truth also came back, so 2 important returns this week. Oh, is Hookhausen available right now? Let me go over to Amazon, refresh the Marvel Legends. Refresh the Marvel Legends No Way Home Green Goblin. Okay, no, it's still not in stock. Because I think the Hookhausen set also has a standard. Oh no, this is a bunch of t-shirts. What's going on here? Typing. Oh, what? No. Is it not called Hookhausen? Oh, no, there it is. What?
Do it, Doug. Do it, Doug.
Oh, it is both. Why? It's just going to wander around my city for 3 days, 4 days. Put some respect on R-Truth's name. Respect Truths.
Have it delivered to yourself, but mark
Did
it as a gift.
that way they'll think it's special.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
I
you'll
think EO did the garbage can spot last year, didn't she? Okay.
I hope you're
Unrivaled.
asking at that because I don't know.
Doodle doodle doot 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 doot. Oh, I'm not buying toys on a live stream. I'm really not. I'm not. No.
Oh, but you are, and it's most excellent because
Great.
you get you you get to keep that awesome packaging one packaged, and you still get a Danhausen that you can put on the shelf.
Just saw Previsla at EE today, and it is such a great. It's okay. I really like the head, but I don't like the Django body. So, and yeah, I'm sticking with stuff I really want. The disrespect to Randy. Okay, Randy was cool too, but yeah. Okay. Robo's Amazon MasterCard has entered the chat. Yes, dang it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it stays in the package for a little while.
Preserve it as such.
Yeah. Because the Hookhausen set comes with, it looks like the same face on both, but one of them has Hook's hair up on top, so that's pretty sweet too. I'll still be on the lookout for the standard version though. Okay, what's next?
Please tell me you'll get a Mr. Ass to go with that figure.
No, have they made a Billy Gunn figure in AEW yet?
I don't know.
Surely they got to do the guns. They got to do the ass boys.
The ass boys, yeah.
Name an X-Men Team 5-pack you'd be thankful for. A good original 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to stick with that theme too. They could do one box set in the original classic costume, the original school uniforms, right? Not that Toys R Us abomination thing they did. Okay,
right.
It wasn't that bad,
right.
but it was still bad. It wasn't great.
I skipped that.
And then take those same 5 characters and do X Factor. And you could get 2 box sets out of that, depending on which color schemes you wanted to go for X Factor. Because there's the early yellow on Cyclops, and then the later white, and then Jean was green in her first costume, and then red and yellow later, and then Beast in the blues and reds, and then Beast in the browns and yellows. Angel, Archangel, Iceman. There you go. Perfect. There's 3 box sets. Same 5 characters 3 times.
I would take Wolverine, Colossus, Kitty Pryde, Beast, and what's the name? What's her name? Danger. And knock out Astonishing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you were. Who are you lining up? My brain was in classic mode. So yeah.
Knock out Astonishing, because that's the only. I mean, I would like to have the original X-Men for sure, and your other 2 are fun, but after like Giant Size, which really is only a Banshee away as far as I'm concerned, after Giant Size, it's Astonishing for me. So yes. If we're talking box sets.
Yeah, the first X Factor costumes from the original 5. Those are okay, but I gravitate towards the second X Factor costumes. Wolverine, Logan, Weapon X, James Howlett, and Patch.
Now there's a believable Hasbro box set.
And next year is an anniversary for Wolverine.
Oh Lord.
How about a Betsy 5-pack with all the how about a Betsy 5-pack with all the outfits we want so everybody's kind of happy?
I'd take it.
They did a 3-pack with the Acclaimed. Oh, I guess I missed that. I haven't been keeping up with the wrestling figures.
The wrestling figures.
Wrestling. Marauders 5-pack. Somebody mentioned Reavers too. Do making Cole and Reese give him a body? I'd take Hellion, Rockslide, Dust, Mercury, and Surge. Surge. Good Lord. Exodus, Amelia Vaught, Fabian Cortez, or Ahab and 2 Hounds. Digging deep. I missed Exodus somehow. I guess that was later. Ooh, Outback Storm, Psylocke, Colossus, Gateway, and Brood. I'd buy 2 of those sets. Okay. Who else are you thankful for this year, Veebs?
You know, I have a few figures that I'm thankful for this year. And I like to say that being thankful for a figure doesn't necessarily mean it's like the best figure, but I'm thankful to have it. Some of them would make like a best of list, but some of them wouldn't. But I think there have been a lot of figures that have been released over the last year or so that I'm thankful for. Should we talk about some of these?
Are you setting up another NPR segment? That's
We're going to have
on location.
We're going to have an open dialogue about the things that we are thankful for.
You actually, oh, well, we already kind of started, but yeah. What you got? Show me what you got.
Well, I've got a few figures here that I'm thankful for. And I guess I'll start. I can start with one because it's like, I'm thankful for this figure, but and it's cool on its own merits, but I'm thankful for what it's starting, I guess. And that is a line of figures that I've very much been looking forward to that has only started in this year with a preview figure, and that's the Flange Doozer from Boss Fights Fraggle Rock line. Granted, I am not taking anything away from this figure, but he's the appetizer, the amuse-bouche, for the real figures that are getting ready to ship before like I think they're supposed to ship in January. They're getting that close. But Fraggle Rock is one of those properties that I've been dying to have since like the Muppet line, the Palisades Muppet line came out. These look like they're going to be pretty compatible with it. And so I'm thankful for this figure because it's cool, but also because it means we're getting a Fraggle Rock line. So Flange.
See, it's one of those things that I look at that and it's recognizable, but I never watched Fraggle Rock, so I have no attachment to it. But I love the pastel colors. I don't know why that draws me in the most. It's not the designs. I was never a big Muppet kid.
And Boss Fight is going to do so right by these that they're just going to be great. So this seemed like a good place to start because they even call it a preview figure, right? So, I'm thankful for him for this figure, but more so for what he represents for what is coming soon. So Flange Doozer is my first entry into that. I bet you weren't expecting that one.
That's right. It was kind of because I keep expecting to let everybody know we haven't. Well, one, we know that we shared beforehand that we were like, I bet you grabbed this. And then you were like, no, I grabbed this. And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. But the rest, not so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fraggle Rock used to terrify me when I was a youngling. I don't
I
know.
love
I don't know. Yeah, what year was that?
Fraggle Rock was 1983, I think. I think this was the 40th anniversary of it this year.
Really? See, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never went down to Fraggle Rock.
And see, 1983, 4-ish, 5-ish, I would have been like the perfect age for that. So yeah.
Oh, Doozer is actual size.
There you go. Yeah, he's
Is it a 1/1 scale?
yeah. Because boss fight, when I spoke to Andrew, they said that because this Doozer will be out of scale with the Fraggle figures in the line, right? But they're doing smaller versions of these that are going to be in scale to the Fraggles themselves, but they won't be like as articulated because they're going to be so little. So they wanted to do right by the Doozer characters as well by giving them an action figure that is actually encapsulates what it means to be an action figure. So they're kind of doing the Doozers in 2 scales, which I think is cool. So I've got Doozers to be in scale with me, and I'll get Doozers that will be in scale with the Fraggle figures too. That's cool.
I will say Muppet Babies is my only the only Muppets attachment I have. And that was because I watched it every Saturday to get to the other cartoons.
We came so close to getting Muppet Babies in the old Palisades line too.
Yeah.
Yep. Sesame Street, Muppet Babies, Fraggles, they were going to do all of them then. But hey, we've got good stuff coming for the Fraggles. So it took some time, but we're getting there now. So Flange Doozer is my first figure that I am thankful for this year.
I never got into Fraggle Rock mainly because I wouldn't be born for another 19 years.
Shut up.
Damn youngins. What are y'all doing in here? Later, Fuzzy.
Later. All right. So what's something that you're thankful for?
Which one do I want to pick first? Which one? Oh man. Oh man. I feel like none of these are going to be a surprise to anybody, that I'm thankful. It's almost like we're doing a pre-top figures of the year kind of thing, that like a preview of the Fwoosh 5 when we get to that at the end of the year, or top
maybe
whatever.
Maybe.
But we were just talking about them, so I might as well go right into it. X-Men love, Outback. That's where my heart lies when it comes to childhood comic book reading. Well, I wouldn't say childhood; it was later, but when I was in the X-Men and getting Pretty Boy in the X-Men pack, yeah,
huh?
I love the Reavers. So this robot body, why? What are you reaching for? Oh, a drink.
I'm listening. I'm listening. Now's the time for me to take a drink because I'm listening to your story.
You faked me out. You made me think that, I also chose this figure, and are you doing a ventriloquist act? No, I love Pretty Boy. I really, really do. But at the same time, I've made the rest of the Reavers. I'm pretty happy with my Macon Colin Reese. And I was happy with, I have my Bone Breaker that I made up here. And I'm off to the side. But yeah, this is Pretty Boy.
Again, I mean, I just did the same thing to you, that you wouldn't probably have guessed that I would have had the Doozer on my list. And, I know you like the Reavers and you like Pretty Boy a lot. I wouldn't have guessed that he made your list. So that's good.
Somebody just mentioned Blob too. I wish I'd grabbed Blob.
Yeah.
Blob was awesome, but Pretty Boy's up there. Is this my Zuckus pick?
No.
Is that why you're thinking of it? Okay.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Was Pretty Boy this year?
I think so. I think it was just early in the year.
Yeah, was it? I have to go back and look because when we originally came up with this, it was like just any figures we're thankful for, and I'm like, oh yeah, 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 because I know that this was after. Was the X-Men after or before the Spider-Man set?
Mm.
Oh no! Wait, wait, wait! Because you know who else? Hold on. There's an easy way to. Yeah, it
You
was
know,
April 2023.
okay. Yeah.
This was April. And October, another figure, another Marvel Legends figure, another 5-pack figure that I keep close on hand at all times is another figure I'm thankful for because it's not every day you get Arkansas characters, comic book characters. So
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
that and they go it's 5-pack. It's my favorite figures from each 5-pack.
You know, I'm sorry, this is completely off target, but you were naming off the Reavers, and you
Mhm.
said obviously the Reavers have Pretty Boy and Cole and Reese, right?
Macon.
Mm-hmm. Right, but
Mhm.
okay, so Cole, Macon, and Reese. That guy that is going to expose Bruce Wayne as Batman in the Dark Knight's name is Coleman Reese. And that just like popped into my
Yeah.
that's a weird coincidence that it kind of like takes at least two of those names and kind of like play on the other one, and it's like Cole Megan Reese. You know, it's like when you said that, I was like, I heard it in the Joker's voice, and I was like, wait a second, that's kind of weird. Anyway,
Coleman Reese.
Coleman Reese.
I'd never thought about that before
I
until you
hadn't
just
either.
said that.
I hadn't either until you said their names in that order. Oh, so it's probably nothing, but yeah.
Maybe it's a little wink. I doubt
That
it. It
is
can't.
that is way inside. If that's
I like the Strife and but I don't have a lot of attachment to Strife and Random, so it was kind of those are cool, but I was in it for the Pretty Boy.
That's
And
well,
well, I don't even remember.
well. If so, I'm glad Pretty Boy's on there because I am actually going to stay with the Marvel theme here because
Yeah,
this one's probably a little predictable for me. And again, this is one that I don't think would make my best of the year list, but I'm thankful for this guy right here because God dang it, it's a struggle. It's a real struggle being an Inhumans fan, and he has been on my top 10 list for the better part of 2 effing decades. And it's the first time we've gotten a new Inhuman. It's I don't know when, but I'm glad Karnak came out. It's not the best figure in the world, but it works. And it's like 3 down, 3 to go. Let's go.
I have that Karnak figure still in the package because I'm hoping that they make some character in a white costume on that Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man body. Because I feel like that would be the perfect body for Karnak.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not a great figure. Like I wouldn't have put him on this body probably,
Yeah.
but it's a god dang Karnak in Marvel Legends figure. At this point, I've just been completely psychologically beaten into just being, yes, sir, thank you, sir, with getting a freaking Inhuman in Marvel Legends. So there you go.
Yeah, but Karnak makes me think of Wizard. Need Wizard on that same kind of maybe it's
And the new
maybe it's their
while we're at it, And a new Medusa while we're at it. And freaking Crystal, which is like one of the easiest figures on the effing planet to make. So come on.
More Inhumans. Veeb's thankful for the only Inhuman we'll see the next decade.
Probably.
Oh, I just want an MCU Black Bolt figure that comes with a mouthless head. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Hey, stupid. I'll go back and check here in a little bit and see what was going on. The new forums are a bit touch and go. More Inhuman than Inhuman. Basil.
That's how they're treating people who like the Inhuman. So, yeah.
No chuckles. No chuckles?
Oh, come on. We've just gotten started here.
We've only just begun.
No, there are definitely Marvel Legends figures that will make my top figure list, and this is not one of them. But I am thankful to have more Inhumans, even if I said it's like being beaten into submission and just saying, yes, thank you.
Well, actually, on that note of characters that you love, that you want in a toy line that may not be the greatest figures in the world, but you love it because it's that character, you know, much like Zuckuss. But anyway, the and Dengar and Forlom.
Denger.
Or, you know, you make Catman in plastic form.
Ah, yeah.
And yes, even with the with McFarlane proportions and little todifications in places, it's still ding dang Catman.
Ding dang Catman.
Ding dang Tomcat.
That's like coming straight out of Gail's head. Ding dang Catman.
I mean, those claws, I'm sure these claws showed up somewhere in a series or something, but they're just, you know, pointy and sharp and curvy and everything. It's not my perfect idea of Catman, but it's close. I mean, yeah, the teeth showing, the blades sticking out from behind his back right here. That's okay, but just overall, standing on the shelf, put him next to Batman and everybody, yeah, it's still a Catman.
He looks a little pale. He needs to go get out and get some sun.
See, he's out at night most of the time, you know.
Tomcat on the prowl.
Boy, he is pale, isn't he? Woo. But yeah, I have a question. Catman's a Batman. I don't know if maybe he, as I know him, he showed back up in Green Arrow somewhere, and then I didn't get back into it because I didn't get into DC until I was in my 30s or 20s, 30s. It was later.
Originally,
yes. Yeah. So he was always Villains United, Secret Six.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there's always someone that's going to say, oh, no, he's been around for much longer than that and blah, blah, blah. And yes, that's true. Catman did not come into his own until the things that you are talking about. So, yeah.
We got a Catman. How hard would a Wildcat be?
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Wildcat. Get a Wildcat, put him with Alan Scott, and get a J. Well, I have a J that's not terrible. It could be a little more classic-y, but yeah.
Wildcat is my second favorite DC character.
Wildcat is up there on mine too. Give me some JSA.
Ass. I do not trust a person who doesn't like Wildcat.
Catman is out. Yeah, Catman's been several months. Came out after SDCC.
That's a good pick.
He's brought it back as a webtoon. Is that the same Catman? Seems like they're using just the name Catman. Well, it's a very similar costume too, isn't it? But yeah, Now I need a dead shot and a good Bane.
What about a ragdoll? Any hope for
Ragdoll would be awesome. Ragdoll with the funky McFarlane articulation where it overbends in places. Yeah, I think that would work.
that figure?
But that would be
That figure could definitely be leggy and be okay.
They'd be a complete new sculpt, though.
Yeah.
Later, Earl. Yeah, Catman was this Catman anyway was a McFarlane Toy Store exclusive. Probably because considering I don't see Catman flying off shelves if they were put in a retail environment.
Yeah.
I keep thinking Robo is wearing a tuxedo printed on his hoodie. It does have a. I'm presenting these awards tonight for our most thankful figures.
What do you think he wore to Thanksgiving?
To Thanksgiving, I wore my WKRP turkey drop shirt.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Where are we going next?
Okay. This is a weird choice. But I'm gonna go with it because God dang, the line makes me so mad. And there's some gems in it. There's some that are not good at all. The thing that pisses me off the most is that it is pretty much done, over with, because Indiana Jones means a lot to me. As a kid, I knew Indiana Jones better than Star Wars because Star Wars was a little too before the original Star Wars was before me. And so I'm going to go with Henry Jones Sr. here because I want this line to be so much more, and it's not. And there are so many cool characters that are not done. But some of the figures that we got in the line are really awesome. And I think Henry Jones Sr. is one of the best ones from that line. So I'm glad to have most of the things that we got. I'm almost more sad for the things that we're not going to get. But I can't walk past this figure without saying Junior. So I like it.
Archaeology.
That's for Blash.
Junior.
I gotta make my kids start counting to 20 in Greek, but I'd have
in Greek.
Greek.
It's been so long since I've seen the Indiana Jones movies, but
oh man, they're so good. I just watched.
No.
I've seen them all last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw them a lot back in the day, and I've only seen Crystal Skull once, and then I haven't seen the new one yet. I will. It's not.
The new one covers its bases of Indiana Jones without ever making you go like, "Fuck yeah, Indiana Jones!" You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We named the dog Indiana.
But I mean, I was just watching it. Like I said, I was watching Temple of Doom last night, and it's like, even there are some characters that would be so easy, that would have been so easy for them to do, like Lao She. I mean, yeah, it's like it's just the prologue, the intro of the movie, but he's just another guy in a suit, but he's got a good look to him, and it's like he outsmarts Indiana Jones for the most part. You know, it's like, it's cool, yeah. So, yeah.
And what do I need to? I think I watched that scene. I did watch that scene recently because when was it the Target figure that came with the jewel from the first and the vial, and is that the antidote that's bouncing around?
Club Obi-Wan, Indiana Jones.
Club Obi-Wan, yeah. And the urn, right? Did it come with the
Nurhachi?
Yeah.
He's a really small guy. He's a really small guy.
All the names of the stuff that came with that figure, but that was last year or earlier this year or whenever it was.
Yeah, this whole line was this year. So.
And no Willie?
I know. Willie, I mean, there are a few versions of her that would be awesome, but man, having Club Obi-Wan Willie to go with Club Obi-Wan Indy would be awesome. just from a two really cool looking figures together type of thing, because it's that, that old timey chic. Yeah. It's too bad.
You named your shelf after the dog. Your shelf.
Oh, the dog. You were named
The
after
dog.
dog.
I love that dog. What was it? Oh, food talk at the beginning again. I live in California where it's very green, and you made me go to McDonald's and miss the live show. we started with the good stuff.
Yeah. It's the post-Thanksgiving show. We're talking about stuff we're thankful for.
They named a state after the dog.
They did. I'd like to think that that's how it happened. They named the state after
Let's
Henry
see, Hasbro. Henry Jones Jr. Hasbro brings me to, and I'm sure, like you said, you're going to bring up a G.I. Joe here in a minute anyway, but oh man, this guy.
And
this guy.
And that figure is so cool, and it's so funny to me that it's like, it's almost just like the set dressing for when you get like the classic version of it too soon, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. But you know what? Because of how much this means to me, of being, one of those childhood figures that I don't know how many times I'm going to say this year. I don't know how many times I've said I wasn't big into Joe's, but this was a big part of, so much so that even knowing the retro's coming, you got to gear another one up, right? With the pill.
Yeah, and that's how I'm gonna have this one displayed, is like that, because the retro one will be retro.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Commander hanging back, got the pelts on, got the gear on, and then when the retro comes out, I'll have a couple like this. But this is going to be the heavy guy. When the retro comes out, he'll switch to rocket launcher.
Yeah,
and then the retro will be guns.
Yeah.
That's right. Best trooper builder.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. And honestly, it's not even close. And that line's got some good troopers in it, but it's not even close.
Yeah. This is so good. It made me semi-troop build at a deluxe price.
Yeah. And that is not something that you have done, at least recently, in a while. So
no. And really, well, I got a couple of the Cobra Troopers, but the rest I've kept it pretty just different color versions or different versions of the bats maybe. But even then I didn't get the reds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
It's that kind of guy.
Well, all right. Well, then I think we'll just change a little order here and get to my next one.
Where are you going?
Well, for another
fortuitous.
Let's get back in my wheelhouse a little bit here and go. I am thankful for Genghis Frog, and the reason why is because this has turned out to be one of my favorite Ultimates figures yet. And I was like, I wasn't overlooking or looking past him, but I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it came out to being. And I was like, it's been a year since we've had any Ninja Turtle Ultimates come out. So I wasn't sure if this wave was going to make it before the end of this year, but it did. And this is my favorite figure from that wave. I love it. And it's everything about bringing up that retro look and feel into this. He's awesome. I'm going with Genghis Frog as one of the figures that I am definitely thankful for this year.
Genghis Frog, I'll have to mess with yours because
yeah,
Genghis was outside my realm of turtles.
Yeah. It makes me want Napoleon, in the vintage style a lot, and it makes me want the other two frogs that did not have vintage figures retrofitted as Ultimates figures to have that retro feel to them. You know what I mean? I need all them froggy boys now.
Oh, wait a second. See, there it is. Okay, yeah, you're right. I always forget. Targat. His name is Targat.
Targat.
Kyle says, "Hell yeah,
Hell yeah, hell yeah." So
hell yeah."
his entrance into the chat made me go because I was going to do it first, but we brought it up, so here we go.
The tongue gun for licking your enemies.
I mean, look at that. It's almost obscene in the best way possible. So yeah,
It's making me uncomfortable the way it's angled and everything. Kind of.
it's like the vintage one was all blue, and when it's a toy gun, when it's a tongue gun and it's all blue, it's like, oh, okay. When you like put like a more realistic color to it, it's like, ooh, oh no.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it. That's gross. It's got a moist feel to it too.
Yeah,
kind of sandpapery. Ooh.
and it's cool because for some reason when I was a kid, maybe it's because they came out at about the same time, Ace Duck and Genghis Frog always hung out together for me. And so like the wild ass alternate Genghis head with the tongue sticking out and the Ace Duck with the leather thing and smoking the cigar, it's like those two are gonna go together again. So yeah.
I pulled the trigger on Ace the Duck. No pun intended.
Ace Duck's cool.
Q Kiss singing tongue gun. That's right. He works with kids, right? Yeah.
That's what they call me. The tongue gun.
That was my nickname in high school. Almost looks like a tongue bomb sweeper.
That's true, yeah.
What do you think about CM Punk coming back? It's okay. I get it. They're doing it for the pop and stuff, but I think he's kind of a whatever. He causes his own problems, and it's not going to take. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how long he can go without getting in trouble. Not in trouble, but getting some heat going on, and then hurt feelings and such.
Heat and hurt feelings.
Hurt feelings, it always ends in hurt feelings.
Oh.
Tongue gun makes it so he smells and tastes the cigar smoke. That's weird. There you go. I'm about on the same page. Maybe not within a year, because this is probably his last run in any of the big ones, so he's got to make some money. So he may dial it back a little bit to get paid, but we'll see.
All for the Benjamins.
Benjamins. Okay.
All right, what do you got next?
Where am I going to go from there?
The curveball of the Genghis Frog.
How about going from a tongue gun to a guy that in some versions uses his fingers to suck blood.
My finger tongues.
I got suction cups on my fingers. I had forgotten. Well, I have the luxury of forgetting things these days. So as long as it took for the Mezco 112th Collective Morbius to come out, I'd forgotten all about it. So when I got shipping notice, I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And it showed up. It's very cool. I really like it. I don't think this Morbius did the finger sucking, but because he's got fangs.
Oh.
I think it was the animated series because they didn't want, cartoons necking. So I guess I don't know. So I didn't watch the animated series.
So
I just like that it's a little mezcoed up with
Yeah,
the spider webbing on the costume, but that seals the deal right there. This is Morbius on my shelf.
that's cool.
I guess the collar's got kind of a what's the Stranger Things bad guy thing?
Demogorgon.
Demogorgon collar going on.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a simple design that's not it's unsimplified a bit, but not too much to make it stand out on the shelf.
Yeah.
I forgot during the review that he's got quite the bulge too. It's impressive.
Thanks for making me look up for that.
That's right. Everybody look at his Twinkie.
Oh.
Who's cooler, Morbius or Eric Draven? Do you mean
Oh, geez. Here we
this
go.
Eric Draven?
Right
This
there.
one right here? He was
No,
last year.
that's Sting, fool.
What? Ow! Oh, I knocked his hand off.
The real Sting died the day that movie came out.
What'd I do? Oh, I just grabbed him too fast and the hand came off. But yeah, this came out. It's hard to believe that this came out last December. This was my figure of the year last year.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, that's a good pick.
is it funny how I just had him nearby out of sheer coincidence because
Sure.
he hangs out over here. No, you saw me reach further to my arm's reach figure shelf.
All right. Well, next figure that I'm thankful for. This is kind of a strange pick, but I'm going with Luthen Rail. And you know why I'm going with him? Because the figure is good. He's a bit blocky and inhibited a little bit by his robes, but Andor as a show is pretty damned amazing. I love it so much, like a lot of people do. But Luthen is particularly cool because he is like the character, personality, whatever, that the rebellion absolutely needs. He's not Mr. Hopeful like so many of like the original trilogy characters were. He's not like extremist to the point of go down in a blaze of glory before really accomplishing the goal like Saw is. He's just freaking awesome and like painfully realistic and willing to do anything in order to make it happen. And it's like I was very taken by this character and I was very glad to get a figure of it for him, but for the absolute achievement that Andor is as so far as well. So I'm going with Luthen. Plus
Every time you talk,
look at that. Look at that. Just, I mean, I hope that someday that's the only expression that I will ever make.
Plus, the way you've talked about the figure, he's got some baggy clothes on, but still has movement, right? Figure wise.
Yeah, he does. So he's really tall compared to the other Star Wars figures, but yeah.
I haven't him up yet, but every time you talk about him, I'm like, damn, I got to get Luthen sometime. So he's on the list.
Yeah. And I get it. It's not a Jedi figure or a bounty hunter or like even a trooper of some sort, but damn it, he is cool and exactly the type of he is what the rebellion needed in order to make it happen. So I hope that I can't wait to see where it goes for him in the second season. So yeah.
What would you like a figure of his undercover persona? His
As foppish as
shop.
it is, yeah, I'd take it.
Yeah.
I'd take it, but
Yeah.
it's that just watching that transformation too, because it's like it's like they pushed the foppishness or whatever of his, cover all the way to the limit, and it's just you couldn't pull that off without an actor of like Stellan Skarsgård's stars, like his caliber. It's like you could not pull that off with just anybody. And damn, he does it.
It's almost like a different character, like a different actor shows up suddenly. It's like, oh, this is somebody. Oh, well, no, it still is.
Yep.
Will, when you put him really close to the screen, I thought the same thing, but would he work? Where'd he go? Would fit on your Thor shelf? Is it almost would it work with some Marvel Legends, especially the MCU stuff? I know you don't have a lot of MCU stuff.
Probably because this is one of the bigger Star Wars figures. Yeah, I never thought to stick the head on like a suited body or something like that. Yeah, it might work.
Phil says you rang. Love Andor in the show, and Andor the Black Series figures. Hope we get some more.
Me too. But Luthen was like, I mean, it's like, hell yes. This is the scary, uncomfortable anxiety. It's like you wanted to tune into every episode of that just to push your anxiety over the limit every time. And when that can like make you, I don't know. And he's great. There wasn't a scene that he was in that wasn't amazing. So yeah.
Dave dug Andor because it hit me like Mando Series 1 did, refreshing to dive into a bit of a different angle on Star Wars.
And I, to this day, believe that because, a long time ago, George Lucas wanted to do a Star Wars TV show about like the Star Wars underworld and film like 100 episodes of it and film all of them at once and have it done and do it. And it never happened. I think that this show feels to me like it hits the closest to like maybe the feel of that, because I think it was supposed to take place in the same era. Right. So
yeah,
it's very interesting. I really love it.
Oh, did you see the custom of Balin using a Kylo body? We need a better Balin. Rey deserves a better Balin. I saw Landspeeder Luke's mod to make him a little bit taller. I'm going to try a couple things whenever mine finally comes in, or when I get around to. Or well, yeah, it's not out stateside, is it? Statewide?
No, I don't think so.
Where am I gonna go from? Oh, while you're in Star Wars, might as well, stay in the Star Wars realm. Boom!
Yeah.
A black chrysanthemum equally as good as the first Hasbro Star Wars black chrysanthemum figure. Everyone can agree on that, right? That's right. Just as good.
Oh.
No, look at that
Yeah,
bad boy.
That figure kicks ass.
Oh, man. So good. The only thing I've noticed is he's got an extra knuckle on the knuckle dusters. I am going to do some modding. I've seen guys take the head off and the mid-torso and Dremel out some space to get a little bit more movement and then a paint job and everything. But as is, right out of the box, this is the way I've had it. It's just standing there looking like a badass.
Yeah. You know what? What's cool is that I picked Luthen because of like I'm thankful for him and a character and all of that, but there are a couple of Star Wars figures that are likely going to make it onto my like best figures of the year type of list. And it's funny to me that Chrysanthemum is one that's in the running, and he's like one of the biggest Black Series figures. Yeah. He's one of the biggest Black Series figures we've gotten. But then Wicket is another one that's going to be on that list, and he's like the smallest too. So
yeah. Yeah. It's I forgot about him. I've got to
Wicked was this year, my man. It seems
I've
like
got to
forever.
remember before we get to the top 5 or whatever we're going to do at the end of the year, best of, I've got to go through all my videos for this year. I got to start at the first because my brain only goes back a couple of months anymore.
Well,
And that's essentially what all these are.
We'll do the 5s here, but it's like I always do my 20 because I collect too much to pare it down. I believe that 20 is an appropriate number for me because I get a lot of stuff. But it's like there's no way that at least one or both of them are not going to be on that list, right?
Right. Because I especially Star Wars figures. I had a dry spell in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's quickly picked back up.
I still stand by my there should be a damn Ewok in every single Black Series wave. But
yeah. It's a nice looking Wookiee.
Yeah.
Never can get enough Wookiees.
Or Ewoks.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just going to keep holding them here, even when you bring yours up.
Yeah, you do that. All right. Well, I am going to step out of the galaxy far, far away and more into fantasy and high adventure and say that.
Oh. Now it just seems like I'm following you around. Okay.
I know. Strong Heart, I am thankful for. And the reason why is because I am really thankful for the NECA Dungeons and Dragons line that is, updating the vintage LJN figures. But I'm thankful for Strongheart on here because Warduke came out at the very beginning of the year. He was like one of the first figures that I got in 2023 in January. And he sat as my favorite figure of the year for a long time. And I was like, it's going to be hard to beat him. He's definitely going to be on my list or at the, my number 1 pick at the end. But then Wave 2 came out, which features Strongheart and another figure. And Strongheart to me is a better figure than Warduke. And so I have got to go with him. And one of my friends pointed out recently that it's like, and I need to ask Tom Gwynn about this, even if he doesn't admit it, but it's almost, it looks like he was based off of Peter Cullen. Like, it's almost scary if you look if you look at a picture like next to him. But this is such a rad figure. It's such a rad line. All 4 of the figures that we've gotten so far are amazing, and I want all of them. And I think Strongheart, from a figure standpoint, is the best one so far. And I did not expect that. I expected Warduke to run away with it. So I'm thankful that I'm thankful for a figure in the second series has already beaten Warduke as the best figure in the line, because I didn't think that was going to happen. So, yeah.
Because Warduke is that iconic bad guy.
Exactly.
That if you don't know Dungeons and Dragons,
you
don't know D&D, you still know Warduke in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
Or you had a random figure as a child that you didn't know where did this come from? I don't know. It is cool. It'll hang out with my other figures.
Why does it fit in with everything so well?
I don't know. So I am thankful for the D&D line coming along, because after 40 years, maybe 40 years, I finally got to put a name to that figure I had as a child. And then I got to get a new updated version of Zarek.
Yes.
Because look at them. It's just an army of the guys just running around being mischief. But they're assassins, they may do this, and then they'll slit your throat.
Yeah.
And what? You were supposed to be cute. Evil, but cute,
They'll skitter right past you and like stab you in the back and you're dead. So, yeah.
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 But man, this couldn't have, it just brings so many. First, knowledge is good, to counteract some of my robo don't knowness. I get to go back and think about all the times he hung out in Grayskull or fought Transformers or was a character running around with Star Wars, whatever.
Yeah.
And he can still do that now, but it perfectly translates to modern aesthetics is what this is. The original design with updated articulation, sculpt, paint, everything.
Yep.
It's so good.
Yep.
It's so good. Yeah,
And
they will steal your treasure again after stabbing you in the spine. Maybe not to kill you fast. They want to make you watch them take your treasure. But they're so good at killing. They're like, you have 3 minutes and 45 seconds, and then you're going to be dead. But while you're watching, I'm going to take your gold. I'm going to take your diamonds, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. And
Robo gains knowledge +1.
Well, and Elkhorn is supposed to be coming out soon. He looks like he's just going to continue with the awesomeness. So kudos to the NECA D&D line.
More than that too. They took designs like Snake bastard from the first wave. He Grimsword.
Grimsword.
They took it, on the surface, when I looked at the vintage figures after we started rolling with this, I was like, yeah, that's cool, but man, that's like a pimp your ride top thing where they took the customer's idea and just overdid it. But once I got the NECA figure, I was like, this is cool. This is awesome. This is 80s-ness in my hand. And I'll say the same about Stagheart. Braveheart. Steelheart. Strongheart. When I saw him, I was like, very vanilla. Yeah, he's the good knight. He's silverish. But again, I get the figure in hand, or I messed with yours first.
Yeah.
Whatever show we came back from with that. And PowerCon, because we were on the drive home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Won me over. The NECA figures are so good, it won me over. And I want more D&D stuff. I can't hardly look at the vintage line and go, I want that and that and that, because I want to see the prototypes or the pretty promotional pictures from NECA and go, I want that, that, and that, and that.
Yeah. And this is, I say this like the Joe line is that I've never collected a D&D line before. I mean, that was out. I was too young for the original one, and there wasn't a D&D presence around when I grew up. You know, it's like I didn't know anybody who was into it or whatever. So this really being like a first D&D line to collect, it's a pretty goddamn good one. You know? Yeah.
Speaking of little goblin dudes, did you get any new plunderlings? I did. And in fact, I plan on doing a play day this week for smaller independent companies that are doing their own plunderlings and a couple of other surprises.
My longs arrived right before I left for Thanksgiving, so I haven't opened them yet, but I'll be doing that this week. Yeah.
Randy said they're doing something special for next year's D&D anniversary.
I'm looking
NECA
forward.
kills it with the paint and sculpt.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually more into the superheroes, the 80s cartoons types, which I know Dungeons and Dragons had cartoons and all that. Yeah. That's why I finished off my Hasbro collection. But the NECAs are like almost, and well, I can't say the price point is next level because there's some Hasbro figures deluxe wise that get up to NECA prices, but still feel Hasbro-ish, you know? Yeah. NECA is over here.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. This line makes me wish or want that the cartoon kids were more in style and in scale with these, because it would be awesome to have a somewhat compatible to that.
Now, there was that commercial. If they just real worlded the cartoon kids, which they did for a commercial, and then I guess they made an appearance in the movie. I haven't got to watch the movie yet.
In the background, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I I could forgive a little bit of like the stylistic differences, even just if it
Yeah.
just it's just when you put these with those Hasbro ones, it's like,
Oh yeah, that doesn't work. No, there's definitely the updated cartooniness for the Hasbro stuff.
no,
It's not exact
yeah.
animation style, but it's
Well,
close. Close
and
enough.
plus that line was so limited. It's like
Yeah,
I would take another crack at those characters because this line is so good. I want something better to go with it. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, we need a big old dragon of some kind.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That to me, it's like I'll take any of the characters, but to me, this line needs a female, and it's like I want Mercy on the
Oh,
the the
yeah,
the female. What is she? Is she a cleric? Maybe. Oh, this is the one. She's who I bought at Big Fun last year at PowerCon. If you
yeah.
remember, she was complete, which was awesome. It's like, yeah, we need to get a female. I mean, the wizards obviously need to show up, but I want a female too. Yeah, and then Tiamat is the ultimate female that we need in a in a D&D line.
Tiamat. It's just a. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to. It's a surefire thing, but it never is. Something that big is always. Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah. All right. Well, now for what I would consider to be a very predictable entrant onto a line that or into a list of figures that I'm thankful for, and that is the NECA Man Ray.
I just saw that at Best Buy, and I was like, "Oh,
This is my guy. This is my guy. But also, this represents Archie TMNT Adventures, Archie Comics in action figure form, and that is huge for me and a lot of people. So I could have had Dreadmon on here, Jaguar, but Man Ray / Ray Fillet is my guy. This figure is perfect for the Ken Matroni, Mutanimals take, and I'm quite thankful for this version of him and for the TMNT Adventures coming into plastic too. So
how many more Mutanimals are there? I mean, what else is there?"
to me, to get the classic, so we've gotten Man Ray, we've gotten Dreadmon, we've gotten Jaguar. To me, to get the rest of the classic ones, Mondo Gecko is coming out, so you know him. Wingnut needs to come out.
I heard Wangnut. It's one of those. Okay, yeah.
Wingnut, Leatherhead in that style, because he and Ninjara is another one that I think people would say I don't consider her to be like classic Mutanimals lineup, but she would definitely be needed. And then there's guys like Murdude was there too for a while. So there's there are a few other ones, but it would with Mondo Gecko coming out, the next big ones I would say that we would definitely need would be Wingnut and Leatherhead.
Like I always say, I think I remember more covers than comics.
I'll be honest with you, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that because I definitely saw more covers than I had issues of, right? So they were very memorable. I definitely had issues, Archie comic issues that I own. But as a kid, the covers were very, right there. So, yeah.
Wrestling togs to match the turtles. That's my biggie. That's my next biggie. NECA turtle thing is wrestling figures.
Well, we definitely need Ace. We definitely need wrestler Ace Duck. So, yeah. Yeah.
What's going on? Hmm. Oh, where am I going to go from there? I'm going to jump completely away from that to a surprise nostalgia tug that I got this year.
Okay.
Surprise. Completely out of the blue.
Uh-huh.
There we were, standing at PowerCon.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I had seen the regular figures for this line, but and I was like, oh, okay, those are cool. I remember that cartoon and I remember the figures. I probably remember the figures more than the cartoon. But then I didn't catch, and then we're displaying it at the show and he walks up and hands me one of these guys.
Yeah.
And oh no, it was like an instantaneous, it was like clear. And
Yeah.
it just shot it through my chest. I was like, oh, I had one of those when I was a kid. That's crazy. But
Man,
yeah,
I really want the three in there. Was it the cartoon colors
yeah,
or whatever?
yeah.
Yeah.
And when it comes to that, I think I'm just going to get land,
Yeah.
the yellow green,
Uh-huh.
because I had that and this, and
Yeah.
that was it. So I may have watched the cartoon. I'm sure I did, but it didn't stick. It's just I
Well,
had this, and he would
well,
come apart, and these would go fight the other guys, and this guy and come back together.
wasn't that one of those cartoons that it only had like 13 episodes or something to it? You know, it was.
Maybe that they showed over and over, and then reruns. And I think this was one of the cartoons I watched. We had a satellite, and would crank it over to the feed station that didn't have commercials that would air to the local stations.
Uh-huh.
So I think it was one of those out of another state or city or something that I watched this. But yeah, he's just got that generic evil henchman,
Yeah.
but half his body's big old cyborg.
Yeah.
And Ramen Toy did an excellent job with everything here. It's got little paint on the inside. I mean, things that could have gone without being painted, they painted. The only complaint I have is the helmet isn't fit. Oh, actually, now that I look, though, it's a clear glass. I love the reflective red for the lens.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to hide my face. But it's not fit to his head. There's just a foam piece on the back. So it just kind of sits over. But yeah, the longer I've had it on there, it fits pretty good. Oh, of course. Of course it stays on that. It's not a major complaint.
Well, I still have a little piece of one of those here that I forgot to give back to you.
I forgot it too. That was the drone, the green
Uh-huh.
thing that I didn't know existed
Yeah.
until I had that. But yeah, and because of how good this is, I think they're doing the Doctor Big Bad leader guy
Yeah.
of the evil, who's reverse of this but in red.
Yes.
So I may have to get him too. And then I'm sure if I get the land guy, who's probably named like Stone Rockwell or something like that, he's I probably like him enough, because I think my brother had the blue, had air.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that may be a good thing. Oh, did they say what line their show this is? This is the Ramen Toy 80s Commanders antagonist cyborg or something like that, but it's the Centurions.
Centurions, yeah.
Shit,
He
what was his name in the show?
called Commander Antagonist, 80s Commander Antagonist Cyborg, yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's so good. Did somebody say that, or did
No,
antagonist?
I looked it up.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, Centurions had 2 seasons. Hacker.
Okay.
His name is Hacker, I think. And then the other bad guy was Dr. Bloodgood or something. I don't
Well, he's that from now on.
The flying Centurion was probably like Ace, Cloudwell, and the water was splashy
Splash Riptide.
Yeah.
Splash Riptide.
Splash Riptide. That's it. I had the blue one, didn't remember the show. It was kind of that same situation, except I remembered the Centurions because they had a lot of commercials on it back in the day. Power Extreme or something like that.
Yeah, I remember the commercials. I don't remember the show, and I don't remember the toys from
Oh, Ace McCloud and Max Ray. And Jake Rockwell. I knew it was something. I knew it was something to have to do with each Doc Terror. Okay. I had Ace and brother Max, no baddies. Max, which one did we say? Max was the water, huh? Man and Machine, Power Extreme.
Man and Machine, Power Extreme. Dang.
That was the commercial. That was, and I think it was something, and then they do the, and the gear would fly in from space or something.
Yeah.
Because they had ports all over them where you could plug stuff in.
Yeah. I mean, that was the whole gimmick of the toys, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why their names stuck with me so well. They are coded, you know, they fit their specialties, which was a very 80s thing. Sam Rockwell is playing Rock Lobster in the new movie. I think their gear came from a satellite or something. Yeah, that's what I seem to remember is like. I remember the show always came on right when I had to go to baseball practice or something, so I never got to watch it. That makes sense. Can you plug one character into the other and use them as a weapon? You never know. If there's a corresponding port. Robo sound effects are surprisingly show accurate. After 40 years. Do you have any, Luke, what's happening? We were just talking about your Balin mods. Yeah.
Gonna be doing that.
Balin and Shin mods.
Yeah.
We've already got the base figures. We're just waiting for the actual characters.
That is true. That is true.
Do you have any more figures to be thankful for? I've got one more too. How did that work out?
It's amazing.
And it's funny you say amazing, but go ahead.
Can everybody guess what this figure is going to be? Because I don't think it needs an introduction.
You know what? I had actually forgotten about that, and you called your shot about 45 minutes ago.
I know.
Yeah. I've forgotten.
Chuckles. Now, I love this is what I consider to be the classified version of Chuckles. The other head with the brass knuckles, I consider that comic Chuckles. And then my classic version of Chuckles has the Hank Pym head, which that's probably my favorite version that I have right now. But I'm very thankful for Chuckles because now the rest of the line is just gravy.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, great.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we tie it back into being thankful for, right? So
It's another Arkansas boy, and I didn't know that until Classified came along. See, I learned so much
I
whenever
didn't
new
either.
toy lines start.
I didn't either. So
Yeah,
Chuckles.
just a
Yeah.
Little Rock kind of guy. I
He-
brought him out just in solidarity because I knew you would pick him, and he's over here on my Arkansas shelf. All two of them.
Oh, well, yeah, and he's one that I can say with 100% assurance that he makes my thankful list, and he will absolutely be. There it is again.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. God.
Is it something? Do you do it? You didn't do a thumbs up, did you?
No. Thumbs up. Hey, party.
What is
Celebrate.
the hand gesture? I want to really know how you did the party one the other week.
I don't know.
Chuckles v Razorback. See, yeah, that's
Nah, they're not going to fight each other. They're going to team up.
right. They're gonna jump in the big pig or the big rig and take off. But Chuckles isn't my last one.
It's them Arkansas boys.
Now, when Chuckles and Razorback get together, they're getting into all kinds of hijinks. Is it the peace sign?
Peace.
Does your peace sign give the?
Oh,
Nope.
Oh, there it is.
Oh. What's crazy is some balloons are in front of you and some balloons are behind you. How?
Peace. Now it's not doing it.
You can only have so many parties in the span of a minute.
Dudes. Oh, there it is.
Why you get balloons? How's that work?
Because it's awesome over here. So yeah.
How can y'all not be thankful for the gobbledygooker figure? Okay, my last one, and it only worked out this way. I should have stuck it with the other Marvel Legends a minute ago. Well, like Pretty Boy. But my last one is, and I already liked this figure when I opened it, 5 days ago. So it's not because it's new, but it's because of something somebody said in the comment section of the review after I posted it. Is it working? Whoa! How'd you do fireworks?
Nice.
They're behind you. Is it just because of your system? It is.
I don't know.
He stole my balloons.
Oh, I'm confused by technology.
That's Oatmeal Sandman. That's it. It's the best figure of the year. What? I just want to do this for the next 30 minutes until it's. Do you have to do it in front of your? Did you just Wonder Twins power activate it?
I did.
I don't know how to make a heart.
It's an Apple thing.
Yeah, it's got to be. Anything with the okay hand gesture?
What is that? That's meh. Okay.
You have people Googling stuff now for.
I know.
Yeah, let's see how else in the room is right meow.
Uh-oh. Bam! Come on.
Does it work?
Yeah, now I'm just
That's gonna be. I'm gonna use that as the featured image now.
Yeah.
Oh, I went the wrong way, son of a bitch. You froze, so it was stuck for a second. Okay. I don't think it does anything. It's just funny.
That's right. It is. Hey, how about this, you guys?
Oh, wait a second. I need to look something up before I actually say this out loud. Let's see.
That's how I need to leave a room.
No, the
thumbs down.
how about two thumbs down? Oh! You started a storm. Where did Vives hide the fireworks?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Do two.
There it is.
It's confetti.
There's confetti.
I'm trying to think of Vives as a mutant.
Yeah, I've been called that before.
Run him out of town. Okay, last figure. I just opened it last week. Pow.
Who's that character?
The Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home Final Swing Spider-Man. And I liked it with the Tom Holland head.
Who's the Spider-Man you speak of?
This Spider-Man guy. But the more I messed with it, the more I have messed with it, the more classic Spider-Man it is. You know what I mean? But then somebody said, and I know it's not a perfect representation, but then somebody said, hey, isn't that Electric Company Spider-Man? And I'm like, oh, that may be pretty close. And
the Electric Company.
It's not the right. It's missing some stuff that, especially the eyes need to be smaller. But dang it, I sure want an Electric Company Spider-Man. But it's good. Spider-Man. Pete Spider-Man.
Pete Spider-Man.
I'm not a crook. You get all kinds of cool stuff. Is it locked up? It's not doing it now.
It's like, well, now I'm not going to do it.
And you're just like, Peter Parker sells selfies to J. Jonah Jefferson. J. Jonah Jameson.
Jimmy J.J. Jefferson.
I was already moving. My brain was already moving on to my next thought because something I realized this week, because on Twitter, I don't follow it, but it pops up a lot. It's an account that shows classic comic book covers.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a cover of, and it's old. I don't remember the issue of X-Men, but it's Cyclops shooting, and it's Havoc on the other side blasting, and they're fighting each other. And then the X-Men are in the back, like, don't interfere. The brothers are fighting. But the way Havoc is shooting, he's like this, and the blasts are coming out. You know. What? And I realized they did that so Cyclops and Havoc would fit on the same place on the page. So they would be blasting and the middle would be exploding. And then I realized, oh my God, comic covers are the original portrait view of where you have to.
Yeah.
And my brain's always known that you have to have concessions, you know, to fit characters and everything in. But landscape would have worked a lot better. Havoc would have been blasting like he always does, you know, but no, portrait mode. that's comic covers are portrait mode. Oh, yeah, that's it. The spinner rack. I don't follow them, but I guess I look at it so much that Twitter's like, oh, you like this? Here's more. And because I look at it every time. Jimmy John Jefferson Jr. I mess up one name. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Hey, his name is my name too. Yeah. J. Jonah Jimmy Dean. You can't. Oh, you did it. Maybe there's a time limit on the amount of times you can use the.
Maybe you're right.
Oh. Nope, it's frozen. I like how it comes up as a thought balloon. like your oh, who was that mutant? Artie. Could Artie do that in X Factor?
Maybe. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor guy.
I like that one.
Which Spider-Man is better, first retro card or final swing? First retro card is kind of big and bulky. My problem is there's not bad Spider-Mans. I mean, there's bad Spider-Mans, but I like something about all of them. But there's never any one that's doesn't have something that I wish another had. From there's not one that I don't wish it had features from one of the other figures. This one got toe joints, which is I only like on Spider-Man's, or this one got butterflies, or this one got wall crawling hands, or this got this one. And I know it's all marketing and everything, but I still like each different one for different iterations of Spider-Man throughout history. Jimmy George Jefferson hates Spider-Man, always messing up his dry cleaning shop. He's just trying to move on up.
Yeah.
I've always heard beans don't burn on the grill.
Look at that.
Whoa! Whoa, what's that?
Doctor Strange.
Xanadu. That or you look like a hologram projection. Did somebody tell you to do that, or did you figure it out?
It's in the chat.
Oh, really?
I'm about to start doing Doctor Strange hands soon. Well, I did it. Is that
when you move real fast, it locks up?
Okay,
oh, there it is.
Right. Okay, this makes more sense. That's like laser concert lighting.
Yeah.
Going like this. But it thought Doctor Strange was the same thing. Yeah.
Oh no, you're doing Wolfpack. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. That
yeah. It's Laser Veebs coming to an auditorium near you. ELO in the building.
Yeah. Sweet talking woman.
Oh, gracias, Robo, gracias. Much appreciated. What'd I do?
You're talking about Spider-Mans.
Oh, Spider-Mans. I am jealous. I want.
Well, yeah. What about does?
Oh man, don't. Oh, no. Get rid of this.
Oh yeah, if too sweet.
No, too sweet that's too sweet.
No, I know. Yeah. But if that works, should that too?
Down. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on, I'll be right back.
God, he left. He's like, fine, you a-holes. I can't do anything cool with my computer that needs to be updated. So I'm just gonna leave, and we'll be left here to just do cool effects. Oh yeah, there you go. See, thumbs down. Come on, where's the thumbs down again? Yeah, see. Hopefully it'll be the return of the Soviet gymnasium. Yes. I don't remember what the balloons were. What were the balloons? Was it thumbs up? Hey! Oh, no, that was fireworks. He got so jealous of this petty technology that it's 2023. I don't have a flying car, but I can make... Oh, God.
I was playing with this earlier.
Oh, you're... God. You're the living planet. Robo, the living planet. One thumb up. Yeah. Hey, one thumb up. Like that. No, see, that's like that. Was it two? No, that was fireworks. Yeah, I don't know.
There's got to be more.
Yeah. You're like you are a D&D commercial from the early 1980s. The wizard.
Yeah.
The wizard.
Robo the Living Planet. It works okay here. Not so much what is. Yeah, the brick wall is like
jazz hands. Jazz hands. People just want me to do jazz hands.
That was.
Yeah, your eyes are gone, man.
Until I go here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't say that I like it. This is what devolving looks like.
That's right. It's getting later and later.
In the year 2525, this is the only thing that will keep you alive. Oh God, you got to stop with this. No, sir. I don't like
it. The eater of worlds to his friends.
No,
I have ascended. I am beyond. I wish the beard still showed up, though. If this didn't disappear, it'd be even better.
Beard stays, you go.
Yeah. Moisturize me. Oh, yeah. Okay. That was early on, huh? Rose's first trip?
Well, I'm just going to stick with my fireworks.
Oh, see, still makes me sad.
Peace. Woohoo! Where are the balloons? I need balloons. Balloons. Maybe it's just one.
Balloons is one, yeah.
There it is.
There we go. That's the best one.
I don't know. The 2 thumbs down.
Robo cameo in Dune Part 2. I haven't seen Dune Part 1 or the old Dune or yeah. Is there ring ding Twinkies? Ding dong Twinkies in between realms? They're even better. Because the Twinkies are filled with chocolate.
Don't say that so threateningly. Stop it.
The Twinkies are filled with chocolate. Give me all your Twinkies.
Nope, I'm gonna leave. I can't take this.
What? No. Bring me raspberry zingers.
Oh goodness.
Put your face on someone's picture. Oh no, that'll have to be. That'll have to take some prep work. I'll have to. I'll have to go looking for more pictures because this is all I have loaded up. I am the Fwoosh.
Oh God.
Or how about I'm a kitchen deity. It does kind of give me.
I'm the crafty mom kitchen. You are Rivendell.
That's right. This one's the best.
I think you and I have very different definitions of best. Because none of these are the best. They're all horrible.
I like this one too, just because it's the most visible. Photoshop into Robo is what happened to the Teletubby's son when he grew up. Save Vive's background and appear behind Veebs.
Oh, That's a violation. That is a
That's
violation.
right. Robo Kitchen Ghost. Oh man.
It's like it's Simon and Hecubus with "We love Satan." I serve you, master, and Satan. Evil, positively evil.
It's the Veebs and Satan show.
Satan, you really need to pick up this place.
Sorry. This beats food talk.
No.
Bam.
Oh, there you are.
I'm back. Whew. Did something happen while I was gone? I tried to. You made me all jealous.
The
I mean,
darkness.
it's about
That's
Mac.
what happened. The darkness is what happened.
Surely there's some way to get those things on Windows top machines.
Who is Shirley?
Shirley. And don't call me Shirley. Oh, it is kind of Frylocky, isn't it? You notice I had to go back to blue?
That's good, but why?
Green, I don't know, it was doing something to the color and I couldn't quite fix it in I don't know a lot about color grading at the moment. I'm still learning, but it was too yellowish after I did stuff. I was used to the blue. Plus, as someone pointed out, I have green eyes, so it'd turn them blue whenever I was like, oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
My Robo, it hides your green eyes. We've got blue eyes, we've got green eyes, we've got gray eyes.
Robo, you got to do Zordon. Oh no. I may not be a big Power Rangers guy, but Zordon's on the list now.
Is that the tube guy?
Yeah, the tube.
Yeah.
Have you shared your thoughts on the NECA Turtle Van? I've seen some mixed QC issues.
I have, and I didn't have any QC issues at all with one I have. The other one hasn't arrived yet, but I didn't have any issues. It's everything to like snap in place and close up, and everything has to be perfectly aligned because it's, made with that plastic that doesn't give really. But I don't have any QC issues with it.
Well, okay. It's almost midnight.
It is.
It's midnight.
And after midnight, we're going to let it all go to sleep.
Into midnight. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I'm
nice.
Oh, it did it on the other side.
Nice.
It was like you were giving a thumbs up to your head. Oh, it does it the opposite direction.
And I think it's only when I talk.
Right. Oh, do you have to talk in order to engage?
No, I guess not.
No, it just takes a minute.
But when you do too.
Where's the Mega Man toys?
It's supposed to be this month or December. So keeping fingers crossed. I'm trying not to bother poor June too much about it.
Can you do a singular thumbs down? Oh. There it is. Okay, so 2 thumbs up do something. 2 thumbs ups is fireworks, huh?
And 2 thumbs down is rain. Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a lot to be thankful for, but we're we're only probably a couple sessions away from the actual best of list because it's going to get away real quick.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? Something I've had on my best of spot on my inside my computer desk, I didn't even bring out here tonight. So, and it's still in the running for best of the year. So we'll see.
I'm having a difficult time with my overall list, and it's going to be even more difficult with the top 5. So I'm going to have to give it some thought here over the next month and see if anything makes it out before the end of the year that would creep on to that list. But yeah.
Oh, I guarantee some of these are going to be on the top 5. But
yeah, I'll have a few from this as well.
But okay.
Yeah.
With great power
comes sleepy time.
Oh, you love sleepy time? I wish if you kept it up there, it would just keep blowing hearts. Is that weird? Yeah. When is the I think Marvel is top 10. Is that in January?
I think that it's the first of the year ish.
Yeah, we've been moving it around. I think it was was it at the end of the year for a little bit when Toy Fair was still in February?
I don't remember. Hell.
Hell, that was too long ago.
Hell.
Okay. I am going to click this button, and then I'm going to click this button, and I will say goodbye, farewell,
peace.
Cool. Go to bed.